Good afternoon. My name is Beth Ireland, and I would like to talk to you today about my ideal workplace. The location would be on the beach someplace or close to it. I would love to have a job where I could just walk over to the beach sometime during the day, on my lunch break, after hours, just so I can have time to relax and de-stress. Nothing makes me happier or de-stresses me as fast as a walk on a beach. The facility would be an old Victorian home. I love old Victorian homes. They have so much character to them. I would have it converted large spaces for people to work in. The outside of the building would be yellow. I think this would catch your eye as you were driving by and help draw you in. The inside would be a lot of blues and yellows, some cream colors and tans, very low-key, nothing bright, nothing that's going to, take your attention away from the person you're there to speak to. I would have wood furniture. I don't like this modern stuff. I like the old country style, I guess. I love oak furniture. A golden oak just makes it feel homey. Anything cherry is nice and it's elegant, but I think that might be a little too formal for what I'm looking for. It would be decorated with happy pictures, beach scenes, flowers, just things that are very calming and pleasing to the eye. The workspaces would be open. My idea would be like a large living room, and every corner would have a desk. That way we are close enough together that we could bounce ideas off of each other while we were working, but far enough apart that we would have our privacy and some peace to get our jobs done. The desk would be equipped with computers, not laptops. It is just too tempting if you have a laptop to fold it up, take it home to get your work done. I would like for my employees at the end of the day to shut everything down, go home, and enjoy their families. It's just too tempting to do otherwise, and I see too many people missing out on family time and just life in general because they go home and they continue to work. Communication will be very open. Again, we're all in the same room together. We can talk to each other from across the room, make a phone call. You need that verbal acknowledgement so you can hear what someone is saying. I mean, not just the words, but their tone, how they're interacting with you, whether they're happy, whether they're angry, whether they're anxious. It helps that way. If it's not possible, then email would be an alternate form of communication. I would love for my employees to be socially active with each other. Christmas, Thanksgiving, to have big dinners, have everyone there, bring their families. In the summer, choose a location where they can bring their whole families and we can just have fun together and relax. I think this brings people closer together as co-workers. I know the jobs I have had where we were constantly having activities outside of work, those were the jobs that I enjoyed the most because I got to know the people outside of the office. In the office, you may have a persona of being very professional and uptight, but when you get to know someone outside the office and who they really are, it helps bring you closer to them. The office would be a homey feeling. You'd come in and you feel like you're at home, and yet you knew you were there to work and you had to get the job done. I would have the final say in how the place was ran. I don't believe employees need to have their boss down their backs 24/7 telling them what they have to do and how they have to do it. Give them a job. Tell them when it needs to be done. They can choose their own path. I believe in many instances there are many paths to get to the final destination as long as the destination was on time. Restrictions. The only restriction I can think of that I would enforce was I just don't think it's a good idea for employees to date each other. I have seen this go badly too many times. They get involved with each other, it ends, they make everyone around them feel uncomfortable, and work doesn't get done, people take sides. It's just not a good idea for employees to date, and I would try to avoid this at all costs. A typical workday would be 8 to 5. I would love for my employees to just shut down for lunch, everybody have lunch together. If that's not possible, at least we're all, in the same area, maybe go out someplace together to have lunch. But I like the idea of shutting down for an hour so everyone can just walk away from everything for an hour and then come back to it fresh after they've eaten. I consider this a lot like how my home is ran. My children come and go. As long as I know where they're at and when they're going to be home, and maybe send me a text message during the day, like I'm going to be late, let me know everything's okay. My children are all grown now, so I don't get that as often. Sometimes I go all week without hearing from them because they're off at college and doing their own thing. But I would consider this job like my home environment because I like the communication being open. I would like to talk to people face to face as much as possible. Sending a text message or an email, that's fine if you can't see each other face to face and talking is just not an option at that moment. Like I know if I'm at work and I think of something I have to tell one of my kids, I send them a quick text message. Well, that is my ideal work environment. I want to thank you for watching my video. You have a wonderful afternoon.